The Rich Dad, Poor Dad author says the biggest crash in history is coming. He recommends buying Bitcoin and gold and silver. This is a story from Benzinga. Robert Kiyosaki cautioned his followers to prepare for the biggest crash in world history. By the way, how many times have we heard that? The biggest crash is coming. Yeah. The biggest crash is coming. It happens, and then, you know, we recover. So Kiyosaki's been warning on Twitter that the next crash would be a long one, and investors should buy more gold, silver, and Bitcoin when they can. This is based on his tweets. Starting in December of 2020, when Bitcoin was trading at 19,000, Kiyosaki announced, "Glad I bought Bitcoin. Next stop, 50K. By the way, this was when it was at 19,000. 4 months later, Kiyosaki was right. Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 65,000. But now what's happened since then is Bitcoin has since lost 40% of its value, and Bitcoin is currently dancing around $40,000. So some people might say, look, hold up, Kiyosaki. You want me to avoid a bubble by investing in what's potentially another bubble, Bitcoin, because people speculate that Bitcoin's a bubble. We'll see your opinion on that. So, look, I actually interviewed Robert Kiyosaki, and I learned a lot. If there's one thing that I learned from him is he loves silver. Yes. Loves silver. Obviously, gold. He's recommending gold, and he's obviously recommending Bitcoin. I do have some Bitcoin. I don't have silver yet, but that's something I'm looking into.
Robert Kiyosaki would hurt you right now.
Yeah, he's actually, so here's my point. We got into it. We had some different philosophical beliefs. He's actually the one person I've ever interviewed who would not say, save that money. He basically was like, do not save your money. Take on debt. Use it to buy real estate. You know, buy these assets, these non-duplicatable assets, gold, silver, hard assets, store value, Bitcoin. Do not save your money.
That's not that catchy, though.
Yeah, well, you know, he's controversial.
Does he have a rap song?
Look, a lot of people respect Robert Kiyosaki. I do respect Robert Kiyosaki, but here's my point with Robert Kiyosaki. Here's my two cents.
My 2 cents?
Remember one thing about Robert Kiyosaki. First and foremost, he's a rich dad.
Yeah.
He's a rich dad. So he's giving rich dad advice. So he's worth $100 million.
Oh.
Okay?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right. So he's made his money.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm sorry. What do you mean allegedly?
I don't know. I just said
he just threw that in.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I thought there was
Paul.
like controversy over his income.
There's
like,
zero
is
controversy.
Story?
No, he's made some money.
We just don't. We can't confirm
All right,
that.
but here's
That's
what I
why.
would say.
Yeah.
There's levels to this game. You know how they say you got to crawl before you walk, you got to walk before you run, you got to run before you run a marathon. I added that last part. He's running marathons right now. So there's people who are basically just starting to crawl, just starting to walk, that have no money, that have no savings, that have debt, and if they actually take Robert Kiyosaki at his word, they're going to spend all their money or maybe take on debt or buy silver, buy gold, and they have no cash.
Right.
They have no cash. There's levels to this game. If you're at level 1, don't try to get to level 5. If you're at level 1, get to level 2, get to level 3, get to level 4, then you can get to level 5. Kiyosaki's at level 5. Like, David, if I told you, don't worry about saving any money, just take on more debt, buy some more Bitcoin, you know, talk to you in a year or two. You'd be struggling to pay your bills. You'd be struggling to pay your rent, yeah?
Sure. I mean, I don't know about struggling, but I get what you mean. Yeah, it definitely would not be conducive to my long-term goal.
Right. So, like, not everybody's advice is applicable to everyone. So I say save before you invest. A lot of people say, well, so what do you mean save that money? What do you mean save that money? Saving, you know, you barely beat inflation. You got to invest that money.
Stagnant. I mean,
okay, so I'm like, I'm with you. If you actually look at my net worth, 90% of my net worth is in investments. But the only way that I was actually able to get to invest was because I
saved that money.
Save that money.
So my advice to you is save up. Don't take on debt. Like, don't take on, especially consumer debt, credit card, car debt, consumer loans, shopping cards. You know, the worst are the payday loans, right? Those are the absolute worst. You know, the C's of debt: consumer loans, college loans, car loans, credit cards, cash advances. Those are payday loans. Those are the worst. He's basically saying take on debt to invest in real estate. if you love real estate and you think that's for you, hell yeah, you should do it. But not everybody's a real estate guy. So there's levels to this guy, to this game. Save before you invest. And that's why Robert Kiyosaki would not say, save that money. But for you at home, save that money so then you can start investing. That's our story.
Talk is money. All we talk is money.
If you enjoyed that short clip from the Soscast, click here to watch another, click here to watch the full episode, or just stay broke.